the hell's with all the beams? I can't see.
Behind the beams.
Who said that? I hate beams.
Hello and welcome to Behind the Beams. This is a new series that I'm doing where we're going to go over what it takes to produce a YouTube show or a podcast, some of the behind the scenes technical information that might help you out. Today we're going to be talking about the Hyperdeck Studio Mini. So this is a product from Blackmagic Design that we use at JoJo's Big Franken Beans to play back video clips or to even record video clips. But honestly, the biggest use for us is playback. So when we do a show, we're doing everything as live. So when we punch a camera, when we punch a video source, it's all just like as if it were really live. Even when we make mistakes, we just upload it right to YouTube and don't worry about it. We do a show every single week, and if we were trying to do post-production, I don't think we would be able to actually produce the show every week and maintain jobs in our lives. So, let's take a look at my PC here. So, there's a few things I want to show you. I guess we'll start with this ATEM software control. So that is actually controlling our production switcher. And from that production switcher, we then in turn control the Hyperdeck. And that was what led us to the Hyperdeck. We knew we wanted to use the Blackmagic ATEM switcher, and then the Hyperdeck Mini just works so well with it. So if you go into settings, under Hyperdeck, this is where you would actually connect to the Hyperdeck. And you can connect up to 4 of them. And it honestly is really as simple as putting in the IP address, connecting, and you're up and running. This other piece of software that I have open, anyone who deals with digital audio and video ought to have this program. So this is called Media Info. So I've already opened up a clip here, the behind the beans animation that you saw at the top of this show. And this piece of software will tell us every single thing that we've ever wanted to know about that piece of video. So, you know, we can see that it's got a QuickTime container here. We can see that it's the codec is ProRes 422. It shows you the duration here, variable bit rate, 1920 by 1080, 16 by 9 aspect ratio, 2997 frame rate. That's what I use. I know for a fact that the Hyperdeck will do 30 frames per second. It's interlaced video with the top field first. The audio is 48 kilohertz, 24-bit. So when I was setting up my Hyperdeck, you have to set it up for a specific codec. So every single file that it records or plays back has to be exactly the same. And a lot of people are having trouble finding those render settings to get the player to play the video back. But it really is easy. All you have to do, for whatever codec you want to use, select your codec, do a linear record onto the Hyperdeck, then remove the SD card, take it over to your computer, and use Media Info. It will tell you everything you have to know. So that's exactly what I did for setting mine up with ProRes, for ProRes 422, that is. I'm going to go into Adobe Premiere here. And take this missing video off my timeline. And let's see here. Let's open up a different video. I'm going to clear that in and out just this over to the timeline, and I don't feel like waiting, so we'll just chop this up. I'm just going to chop up the countdown. Alright, so now we have a video clip that is just a 5-second countdown. So I am going to render that out. Export media. And then in the render settings, I'm going to choose my QuickTime container there. Apple ProRes 422. I'm going to scroll down here to video. Make sure your codec does say ProRes 422. Resolution 1920 by 1080. 2997 frame rate. Interlace video with the upper field first. If any of these are not set correctly, simply check the box and select the right one. Alright, so we're all set on video. Audio, 48 kilohertz, 24-bit. And we're all set there. So let me give this a name. We're going to call this File Transfer Test. And I am going to export it. And that was pretty quick. All right, so now I'm just going to quickly locate that video. And I will share my desktop with you again. So here's File Transfer Test. Now all we have to do is use an FTP client and to transfer the video over. You could do it if you don't have an FTP client. You could do it from a command prompt. It's more work in remembering the syntax and all that good stuff, but it could be done. So the FTP client that I use is the one that was recommended in the Blackmagic Hyperdeck manual. It's called CyberDuck. So right now I'm connected to the Hyperdeck. It shows you the IP. Here's the file structure, everything that's currently over there. And actually, let me get rid of this. No, I'll leave it. Never mind. And so let's close that out for just a second, and I'll show you how this is set up. So I've got my bookmark that I've set up. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, well, you can see it here too. So you just set it for FTP, type your IP address where it says server, and then do anonymous login. And that's all there is to it. Once you do that, it will connect easily. So I'm going to open up the Hyperdeck again. I'm going to take File Transfer Test and drag it on over. Okay, it says it's over there. And let's check it out. So if I go to Media Player, there's my deck and there's my clips. File Transfer Test right there. You can select my file, and here you can take a look at the front of the deck. You can see that number 5 there. That's the first frame of the animation. I'm going to push play on the PC here. Let me show you. So the play button is right there. Hit play. Take a look back at the deck. There it's going. Here's the actual video out. And here's me. So it's really that easy. And it's pretty cool too. You can record video and transfer video at the same time. So you could be recording one clip linear while you're transferring video over to the drive at the same time. Just really depends on what your workflow is as to the best way to use this thing. It really does a lot. So I think that's all I have to share this time around, but we'll go deeper into some other things. Maybe next time we'll write some macros. You can do like a single button press to do any number of events. So we'll get into some really good technical detail on some of this equipment. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, check out JoJo's Big Franken Beans. We discuss comic books, science fiction, all the good stuff. So check it out. I'll see you there.